time for us to begin. Prince of Persia: The Warrior Within. This is a very different one. This is an interesting one because it takes the game series in a whole different direction than the original one did. The original one was way more light-hearted. Something that people don't actually realise is that Yuri Lowenthal doesn't voice the prince in this game. He's famous for voicing the prince. It was like the first big thing that he did, but not in Warrior Within. Something else that's kind of different about this game is that it's not as linear as all of the other ones, which can be a little bit of a problem at certain points because it isn't explicitly clear which way you're supposed to be going, which in some games is fine, in some is not. We'll see. This is going to be a fun new way that I do these videos. Hopefully it works. Hopefully, I just hope it works. We'll see. He's running. Come on, Prince, do the thing. He's about to scrap a shadow. We're on a boat. Prince of Persia meets Pirates of the Caribbean. We should have so many more Pirates of the Caribbean. So you think that'd be fun? Yeah, so I don't know who voices the prince in this, but it isn't Yuri, and I should Google it, because I used to be really into voice acting. Voice acting used to be what I wanted to do. I've wanted to do a lot of things. It was like Zookeeper, voice actor, those were my like prime two choices. I mean, if we're being real here, that is not armor. Like, that is not protecting this lady in any way, shape, or form. This is early 2000s for you. You can get this anymore. Combat time. Okay, so the game looks pretty. This is the PS3 remaster, as it's going to be for the original whole trilogy. Let's have a test. These are our Sand Zombie equivalents. We've got a lot of jumping, same sort of shit as before, but literally the same controls pretty much, except now the vault button is on triangle as well as X, and it's a slightly different movement. Do we still have a parry? Can I parry? Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Let's go. Somebody attack. Somebody attack. Fuck. There we go. 1, 2. Lovely. And there's gore now as well. So something the Prince of Persia Warrior Within game added in was it got a lot darker. We've got gore now. Everything is physically a lot darker in terms of how things look. The prince is a lot angrier. Yuri Lowenthal not being here, I think he sort of... This version of the prince is very much so in his emo phase. Let's see it that way. Right. Come on, Prince. Let's keep moving. And the music is very... The music is cool now. Can you throw? I'm pretty sure you can throw. You can. I'm pretty sure there's like a slit throat option. Oh, didn't we do that? The combat gets a lot more stylish in this. You know, I don't know how practical the swords are in this game because they all look very cool. And usually the cooler a sword looks, the less practical it is in reality. But either way, Bro got destroyed. And hit straight out of a cutscene. Motherfucker. Guy just got destroyed. Come on then. Boss fight time! I remember this kind of being hard. This game in general I remember being hard. I couldn't beat it as a kid, I don't think. It was only when I was an adult that I beat it. I'm on half health already, near enough. Come on. When she does that, that's when you can punish. Let's go. Punish, punish, punish. What the f... I need to learn to parry. He's angry. To be fair, I don't think this is really the sort of fight that you're actually supposed to win. It's like one of those early game hard bosses where you're supposed to get shit pushed in and come back and beat her later. If I can learn to parry though, we'll win. There we go. Parries for the win. Yay, Prince got his shit pushed in. Bye, Prince. Dramatic zoom.
The island of time.
To be fair, this guy is doing a pretty good impression of Yuri Lowenthal.
The Dahaka is the guardian of the
Look at how dark and grungy this cutscene is.
You were supposed
This guy looks like he's on
die,
death's door anyway.
So it will catch you
Poor guy.
and see to it that you meet
We'll find
your
out.
fate.
So, we lost the fight. We are being picked apart by some sand throwers. We're washed up on a beach. We don't even have a weapon. Great. Although there is a stick. What could you need in life? The prince is so capable with a stick, he'd be alright. Yeah, fuck these birds.
Swords. Gone.
I mean, to be fair, bro, you only had one sword to begin with, let alone swords. We got a stick. Cool. Right, let's batter some birds. 2 shots to beat a bird with a stick. We need a real sword. We have pretty much the same old style of fucking... Didn't mean to do that. We have the same old style of parkour that was in the first game. Same controls there, so don't change what ain't broken because it worked pretty much perfectly the first time. I don't think there's anything new, really, either. Like, off the top of my head, I don't think there's anything that's changed. But, you know, lots of shimmying. The prince is, I don't know, the prince looks like someone here. He reminds me of something, like he's in his Johnny Depp phase. Is he wearing eyeliner? I bet he is. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, whatever. I'm not quite sure how we're supposed to beat, like, actual soldiers with a stick. Like, come on. Come on. I mean, okay, that didn't necessarily go too badly. And we can pick up their weapons, I do believe. Or we can just stab them with a stick. I swear we can pick up the weapons. How do we pick up the weapons? Circle? Circle. So now we've got the combos. Cool. However, of course, because they're not real weapons, they're just picked up weapons, they have a durability meter. Christ. I'm getting hit a lot. I need to get better at blocking and parrying, otherwise I'm going to have real problems with some of the real enemies in the game. Like these first few guys are just like the fodder from the first game where we can take them out incredibly quickly. But at least we don't have to absorb the enemies with sand anymore. That's a thing. We have ourselves a weapon. Not a very good weapon, but it is a sword nonetheless. And she's back already. Didn't take long. I don't imagine we're fighting her right now though. Angry Prince is angry. Right, come on then, lads. We have the spider sword, I'm pretty sure what this is called. Spider sword. The ancient sword is common on the island. 3-piece combo. Give you a moment. We still have 2 weapons. We still have the stick. Hello? Good lord, I need to heal. Let's drink some ancient water that God knows how long it's been there, but... Oh, is it also saving? Okay. Check this out. So, my last saves were apparently from 5 years ago, because that was probably the last time I played the PS3 version, but I did play the PC version in 2020. That's another thing. Once again, we've got lots of crows. If I remember correctly, these crows form some sort of little mini-boss. Yeah. Hello. I remember this guy, like, ending a whole playthrough. When I first played Prince of Persia Prince of Persia 2 back in the day, this guy right here was enough for, like, 7-year-old me to be like, I'm out, can't do it, too hard. And, yeah, now it's a bit different. I think the hardest part is the fact that the princess are acrobatic and we could fly off the side. Come on, let me parry you. Man's holding it backwards, he thinks he's Star Killer. Do enough damage and he moves, and then we've got to go over to him and I think repeat that a few times and we're done. Alright, come on then, let's go. No. No. Any combos? The fact that I can jump over your head makes you a little bit weak, but I could just repeat this over and over again. We actually dropped it. Is the wall rebound still in the game? It is. Cool. That's probably still one of the stronger attacks. No! It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we did enough damage that he's moving across again. Bye-bye, friend. Round 3. He's blocking a lot more now. If I can just keep spamming this, which, you know, I definitely can't. What about this? Come on, do the throat slice thing. Can I not do the throat slice yet? Apparently not. He's dropped. We're getting sand, that means he's done. And I'm pretty sure that his weapon is some sort of like uber powerful one-shot weapon, but only for like 5 kills, so not exactly that helpful. But we got him nonetheless. So one of the new movement mechanics that was like groundbreaking was being able to slide down curtains as the prince. Didn't even have a dagger to do that with, it doesn't actually make sense, but you know, whatever. Another one of the biggest new mechanics in the second Prince of Persia game was the fact that it kind of takes place within 2 different time periods. And there were these rooms scattered throughout the game where you could change the time. What this means, though, is that it was never explicitly that clear where you're supposed to go and in what time zone. Because sometimes you might be in the right place, but in the wrong time, because you are freely able to control that sort of thing. It's a cool concept, but I think because of the time frame in which it happened in terms of, like, release year, it made it a lot harder for some people to beat the game. Like, I've not met many people that have beaten Warrior Within, or to be fair, any of the Prince of Persia games, but still. It's a cool feature because it means that you get to see the architecture in 2 different ways, destroyed in the present, and grandiose and cool and things like that in the past, like this. And it makes for a difference in platforming, even though they're reusing the same area, so it's probably kind of somewhat hardware efficient when back in the day they didn't have that much to work with on the PlayStation 2, literally nearly 20 years ago. Anyway guys, I think that is a good place to end the first video. I hope you guys enjoyed the new style. It's pretty cool because I've managed to fit like half an hour, 45 minutes worth of gameplay into like 9 minutes, so it's going to be way more efficient, and hopefully it looks good when cut into shorts as well. That's why the camera's in the middle, by the way. You might be wondering that, because YouTube lets you cut your own full-size videos into shorts, and that's going to be great for the algorithm. But for the face cam to be on those, it's got to be in the middle, otherwise it just doesn't work. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you did watch this far through, comment down below potato, and I'll see you later.